Friends, today we are going to learn about EMF, that is electromotive force, EMI, that is electromagnetic induction, and the Faraday's laws of electromagnetic induction. Broadly, the electromotive force is the force that moves an electric charge. Such motion is current. Discovery of current was as important for the progress of human society as the discovery of fire thousands of years back, or the construction of a steam engine by James Watt. Current electricity was the newest method of dealing with power and energy in the 19th century, and it made two things possible. First, it allowed you to instantly switch power on and off whenever you wanted. Secondly, it allowed you to transfer power to distant places. This was something unknown before. Both these possibilities have greatly transformed the human life and the human style. Electromotive force can be provided by various devices such as voltaic cell, thermoelectric devices, solar cells and fuel cells. But there was a completely different source of EMF which was discovered through the phenomenon of electromagnetic induction, and this phenomenon is used in all the electrical generators, transformers and electric motors. Let us briefly see the historical context. In the year 1800, which is nearly 200 years back, Volta created what we today call the historic voltaic pile. He took the clue from Galvani and Galvani's experiments, and he arranged several pairs of alternating copper and zinc discs and put them in a pile, and he called them electrodes. The alternating discs were separated by a piece of cloth each soaked in brine, which served as electrolyte conductor, and this increased the conductivity inside the pile. When Volta connected the top and the bottom discs by a wire, he found that an electric current flowed through the wire. The strength of the pile Volta expressed in terms of electromotive force or EMF. Today, we express this in the unit of volt. If you have guessed it, you are right that the name of this unit of EMF was given in the honor of Volta. Volta also measured the characteristic EMF of different pairs of metals in the place of copper and zinc. We now understand that the phenomenon inside the voltaic pile, or what we see today as a household battery, the electrical potential difference is caused by separation of positive and negative charges, and this separation results due to the chemical reaction between electrodes and the electrolyte. Now, being a potential, this electromagnetic force can drive a unit charge. Outside the circuit, it will drive the charge from electrical terminal of a higher potential to another terminal of a lower potential, and thus it will perform some work. This idea is like pumping water up into a tank. From that level at a height, water can be distributed from higher to lower potential. However, initially the pump had to push water from the lower to the higher potential, that is, the pump had to do some work. Similarly, inside the battery or the cell, work will be done and the electric charge will be pushed from lower to higher potential. Let us therefore define EMF as the external work done per unit charge that leads to an electric potential difference across two terminals of a battery or any such apparatus which can hold the electric potential. Mathematically, we say that epsilon is equal to dW by dQ, where dW is a small work done on a small unit of charge called dQ. The electrical potential difference which is thus created would cause a current to flow if an external circuit is attached to the source of EMF. Inside the cell, it is a chemical reaction which will push the positive charge from the position of low potential to the position of a high potential, and in the process the work dW will be performed on the charge. In the next part, we will learn what is the source of EMF inside the battery, also what is electromagnetic induction.